Hello guys, I'm Haran L K from CSC department, third year, and we're going to see about gathering information about a particular system. The prerequisite for this for this video or for this information gathering is to have a Kali Linux installed on VirtualBox or on a dual boot system. And the second thing is to have a browser with active internet. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first website we're going to look is which is called a Whois network. The Whois network is used to identify who owns a domain and how to get in contact with them. So the first website is Whois, and now here I've typed savita.ac.in, which is my target host, and I'm going to click Whois. Here we can see that we can get the domain name, who registered it, and what date it was registered. We can see it was registered on 2005, and on what date is it is going to get expired, which is on 26/12/20, and we can see when it was last updated. We can see the server names, the organization who owns it, and the email ID is blocked for a particular reason. Since this is a private website, they have some privacy issues in giving out the email address. And we can see a collection of these informations, which is like a summary, which we can easily copy. The second website which we are going to look is IP2.location. The IP2.location is a non-intrusive IP lookup technology that retrieves the geological information with no explicit permission required from a particular user. So here I'm going to give for this website we need IP address. We can't put a domain name there. So I'm going to put a general known IP which is called 1.1.1.1, which is owned by Google. So when I click look up, it is loading, and we can see that where the IP address is particularly registered and it is located. We can see it is located in United States of America, and the region is in California, and the city is San Jose. And we can also get the coordinates of the particular city, and we can see the internet service provider. We can see the local time, the domain name, the network speed that they have, and they have specified it is a data center. And we can also get the zip code of the particular IP. We can see the elevation there, and we can see the address type is Anycast. We can also see the district name, which is San Clara County. This website is used to get information about the location of a particular IP. So the third website is which is web.archive.org. This is used to this is a website where the user can enter a URL to view and interact with the past versions of any website containing in the archive, even if the site is no longer exist in the live web. So here I'm going to give savita.ac.in and click enter. You can see that it has some calendar views, and when I click summary, you can see what are the files that has been uploaded to that particular website. We can see it has text, image, JavaScript, and again image and PNG. It has some PDFs there. It has CSV files, which is like this much, and there are images again, and some in the form of bng.ms file. Here we can see the last 10 captures that has been done on this particular website. The last one was on 26 March 2024, which is like 2 days before. Now, when we try to get more information, we jump into Kali Linux. In that, we open a new terminal, and we can get sudo access, which is called root access. For that, I'm going to put a command called sudo su, and it is going to ask for a password. Enter the password of your Kali system, and click enter. Here I got the root access. So the first command that we are going to try is called as a ping command. The ping command is used in Kali. It's a network utility used to test the reachability of a host on an internet protocol network. The ping command will send 4 ICMP echo request packets to a target host, and it will wait for an ICMP echo reply. If the target host is reachable, the ping command will display the round trip time for each packet. If the target host is not reachable, the ping command will display the request timeout message. So I'm going to put savita.ac.in. Here we can see that I'm getting the response from the particular website, and we can see the time taken for a particular 64 byte response. So when I click Control C, the command stops to execute. After that, we can see a powerful tool which is called as Netcat tool. The Netcat tool, or in short form, they call it as NC tool, is a command used in Linux for network utility for reading and writing to a network connection using TCP or UDP. It is used with syntax NC followed by certain argument and a port. It is a powerful tool that can be used in variety of tasks for simple network testing to complex data transfer. Now, in order to use that NC command, we need a particular IP in order to work with it. So that I'm going to use my particular own IP. So I'm going to give ifconfig in order to get my IP address, and I copy the IP address using Control Shift plus C. After copying that, I'm going to type NC, which is called netcat. The minus L is for which specifies the NC command to look up, and the minus V is for specifying the port. And the port number that I'm going to specify is 5555. You can use any port number, and followed by minus V. And when I click enter, it starts to listen on the particular port. Now I open a new browser page and paste the IP address followed by a colon and followed by the port number. And when I click enter, we can see that the browser is trying to connect to that particular IP on the particular port. And when I open my command prompt or the terminal, we can see that there is a request here. We can see we got a HTTP1 request, and the host is, which is the current particular my system host, and the user agent is Mozilla, which I tried to use. And we can also see that the accepted language is US, which is English US, and the encoding is gzip, and the connection is keep alive. Here, when I close this, we can see this one also gets terminated. This command is like used for getting the information about the IP. So the next command that we are going to see is which is called whatweb command. This tool can identify and recognize all the web technologies available on a target website. This tool can identify technologies used by the website such as blogging, content management, and all JavaScript libraries. In order to get access to whatweb, we type whatweb followed by a website name. And when we click enter, we just have to wait for some seconds for the whatweb to get the information. And we see we got the response. We can see the country is registered in India and the HTTP server, the IP of that particular website. Like when I had in WUS, they could not display the IP address or the email address. It was blocked there. But in Kali, we can get the IP address. Using this IP, we can get a backdoor access to that particular website. And we can see that it has some cookies saved, and it has frames such as HTML, HTTP server, such that. We can also use this web for other websites. So I'm putting it for google.com, and I will get some response about Google. So I'm waiting for the response here. You can also see the title of that particular website, which is like Home Savita Engineering College. So when I open that particular website, we can see it says Home Savita Autonomous, which is like here. So even for Google, I got the response. We can see it is located at United States, the IP of that, and the title is Google, and some other options. So the third command is HTTP print command. The HTTP print command is used to accurately determine the underlying web service platform. It also attempts to uncover any plugins, app servers, etc. So in this, I'm going to use HTTP print, HTTP print minus H. The minus H is to specify the host name, which I'm going to give as google.com. And we are going to specify a signature file in order for that to work. For that signature file, I'm going to give minus S followed by where the signature file is located. My signature file is located in user slash share slash httprint followed by signatures dot txt. This is my signatures file. So when I click enter, we are getting the host, which is Google, but I'm getting an ICMP timeout request. The next command that we are going to look is traceroute command. The traceroute command is used to determine the path between two connections. Often a connection to another device will go through multiple routes. So here I'm going to give a traceroute command, which is, I'm already a sudo user, so I'm going to give traceroute followed by the host name google.com. Okay, I just did a spelling mistake. Traceroute followed by google.com. So we can see the information. We can see this is Reliance, which is my IP. And we can see the traceroute command is giving us some information. And I'm going to stop this. We can also use additional parameters such as -t, which is to get the TCP information about the particular host. By the -t option or the --TCP instructs the traceroute to use the TCP packets instead of default UDP packets. This can be useful in situations where UDP packets are blocked by firewall and not permitted by the network policies. These are the packets that got received and sent from my system to whatever website that is running on the background. So when I the same command, okay, but followed by -t, minus capital T, will give the TCP packets that are running on my system. We can also modify this command to -U, which will show the UDP packets that are transferring from my system. You can see these many UDP packets are transferring from my system at a particular time instance. And for the additional content, we can also use like some Chrome extensions such as Netcraft and Vaporizer. So when I use a Netcraft, it will give a particular site brief site report about how that site was made. So when I click that site report, we can see that Netcraft is loading, and we can see about the basic information about that particular website. We can see the site's rank here, the date first it was seen, the primary language used in the site. We can see the site name here, the network owner, hosting company, where it is hosting from, the IP address, and we can see the reverse DNS also. We can also get a map that shows the IP geolocation, which is not like 100% accurate, but it somewhat shows that it is located in India and it is accessed around these places. We can see the common name. The organizations are not present here. You can also see the public key algorithm, which is RSA encryption, and we can see the server, which is Apache server. You can also see the signature algorithm, the serial number, the cipher used, and the version number. We see the certificates, like the website which got certificated, and many other information. The second tool which we are going to use is called Vaporizer. The Vaporizer will give a brief information about what are the tools that they use to build this particular website. You can see for live chat they use WhatsApp, and for analytics they use Google Analytics and Facebook Pixel, and for JavaScript libraries they use iQuery, Core.js, and jQuery, and for web server they use NGINX, and the programming language they use is PHP, and the UI framework is UIKit and Bootstrap. By using this web information, we can easily get access to a particular host system. I hope you guys understood about the basic commands that are used to get information about a particular host system using a browser and Kali Linux. Thank you.